All right, welcome everybody to tonight's hangout. My name is Alessandro with the Dream Team, and excited to have everybody here. Just want to make sure you guys can hear me, so if you can hear me, if you can please type yes in the chat, or type a no, you can't hear me. There's probably a little bit of a delay here, so we'll hold off a second. All right, if you could hear me, if you could type in the chat, just let me know that you could hear my voice. Ah, there we go. Okay, cool. Everybody could hear me. I assume if you can't hear me, you wouldn't be typing in the chat. All right, everybody. Well, this is going to be really, really exciting because what we are about to get started with here is literally going to change our lives. If it hasn't already changed your life, it's going to really change your life. And so I am excited to be talking about this. Just a couple housekeeping things here real quick. We just got back from a corporate event, DS Domination in Las Vegas, and for all of those that attended that event, it was pretty crazy. We had a really good time. We actually got to see what Hitesh's face looked like, so for those of you that weren't there and still wondering, it's pretty cool. Anyways, so just want to say that we have a lot of momentum coming off of this event and a lot of cool things that we're getting ready to unveil. Genesis is already out there. We're already starting to see some really cool things happen there. The meat and potatoes of what I'm going to talk about tonight is going to have to do with Genesis and eBay mainly. But before I get started on that, because we do have quite a few people on this webinar, and we even have some people that are not on the webinar but they're watching on the YouTube channel. And this was open to everybody. So if there's some people on here that have no idea what DS Domination is, and so for the next 2 minutes or so, I'm just going to cover that real quick, just a real brief synopsis of DS Domination. For those of you that are joining us that were invited by somebody, I'm going to sum this up real quick. DS Domination is an online training platform that utilizes multi-billion-dollar websites like eBay and Amazon for selling, and you product source and you sell these items on eBay, and as a return you make money on the whole transaction. Now this is all done without housing any inventory, so you're not actually buying the stuff and putting it in your garage or your house or anything like that. The system is really cool how it's set up. It's set up that you don't have to house any inventory, and so you'll be utilizing these sites and product sourcing, which is really cool. And the starting program starts out at $19.95. All right, and so with that, that gets you into the entry level for DS Domination. And so I just wanted to cover that real quick because what I'm going to be talking about the rest of this webinar is going to be a little bit more advanced, but I wanted to make sure everyone understands what DS Domination is. And then obviously if you have more questions after the webinar, you can get with the person that invited you, and they can fill you in on more information on how DS Domination works. In a nutshell, this has been a system that has completely been changing lives all over the place. It's been really cool to see all the testimonies of people making lots of money doing this. And what we're going to do in this webinar is we're really going to take this to the next level. And for all of those who are in the Dream Team watching this, we are going to start something. It's called Project 12, and I'll explain it in a little bit here. But what we're going to do is we're going to create an online frenzy of DS Domination and Genesis, which is ultimately going to bring in more traffic to your YouTube channel, more traffic to your Facebook, more traffic to all the social media outlets that you use. And it's going to be really cool. Let me open up my notes here real quick. See what we're doing here. Okay, so Project 12. What is Project 12? Project 12 was something that, interesting, I was talking with a couple other teammates, and you know, I had this idea. I thought, you know what, we're getting ready to unveil Genesis. And real quick synopsis of Genesis real quick so everyone's on the same page. Genesis is an opportunity where it's also part of the training platform with DS Domination. Teaches you how to actually buy in bulk and send the items over to Amazon, which is called FBA, which is I'm sorry, fulfilled by Amazon. I had a brain freeze there for a second. So fulfillment by Amazon is what basically happens is you get a bunch of product from a product source and you have it shipped to Amazon. Amazon then will house the inventory for you. They'll categorize it. They'll do everything for you, and then basically your job is to put the item up on Amazon and sell it for a profit. And once the item sells, Amazon will take care of everything at that point for a fee. So when the order sells, they'll take it off their shelves, they'll package it, ship it out for you, and whatnot. And so that's basically Genesis in a nutshell. And so with that being said, Project 12, like I mentioned earlier, was something I was just thinking about. I thought, how cool would it be to make some just really crazy, out of this world goals for yourself, something that you can possibly accomplish in 12 months. Now, most goals that we set for ourselves, they're short-term and long-term goals, and 12 months would be considered a long-term goal for most people. But I thought, what if we got so crazy, so out of our box, out of our comfort zone, and just said, you know what, we're going to start making some 12-month goals. And so I basically started Project 12, which is going to incorporate everybody on the Dream Team. Will have an opportunity to take part of this. Not only that, but will brand themselves. It's really going to spark a lot of attention because you're going to make a goal that is going to be almost in your eyes, as you see it right now, almost unachievable. You're going to look at something and think, oh my goodness, I never would have thought in a million years that I would even attempt to try to accomplish this. Some examples of this would be maybe paying off your house, okay, or maybe paying off all your debt. And if your debt is more than $10,000, that's considered to be a pretty big goal. Some other goals, like a goal that I'm going to talk about a little bit here, but my goal, Project 12 goal, is to be able to make $80,000 in the next 12 months, okay, with just eBay and Genesis. Now, I'm not talking affiliate money, I'm just talking strict sales using predominantly Genesis, starting on July 1st and ending on July 1st, 2015. So that's my Project 12 goal, and I'm going to break it down for you guys, and then also I have templates that we're going to upload to the Dream Team back office that basically they're fill-ins, so you can just fill in your Project 12 goal. But think about this for a second. Think about right now a goal that you think you can that would be just so huge, but if you accomplished it, would just be like the world of difference for your financial life. And typically most of these goals are going to be driven by some kind of financial obligation that you have right now. So most of it may be paying off debt, houses, but maybe you want to buy a new car, maybe you want to support a missionary for a year, maybe you want to change, someone's life, or whatever it could be. I want you to start thinking about that right now. I want you to start letting the sprockets in your brain start churning away and start thinking, what is it I can do that would make a significant difference in my financial future if I made a goal today and set out to accomplish it in 12 months. Okay? I'm going to let you know that some people are probably thinking, you know what, really, how realistic is this? I mean, can we really do this? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, basically I'm going to introduce you, most of this that I'm going to talk about is on Genesis, but what we have with Genesis is a really interesting product. We unveiled it, actually Roger, Hitesh, and Kevin unveiled it at the Las Vegas event, and I have to tell you that what you see with Genesis right now is really only a fraction of what's going to happen in the next 6 months. These guys with DS Domination have some incredible things cooking, and it's going to make Genesis look really small. So if you think right now, looking at Genesis, my goodness, I could easily make $10,000 a month, or I can make $5,000 a month. That's going to be nothing compared to what's going to come out in 6 months. So this is just the beginning, guys. So you're going to make a huge goal, and you're going to attempt to accomplish that goal using Genesis. But I bet you in 6 months you're going to look at that goal and think, oh my goodness, I shot way too low. I shot way too low. I'm even thinking I shot way too low with the goal I have of making $80,000 in the next 12 months just off Genesis. So just to kind of give you a glimpse of what that means, think big. Think very big when you're going to set this 12-month Project 12 goal. And you're going to see some really cool things. And so starting out with Genesis, there is going to be a lot of cool things happening corporate with DS Domination. They're going to start unveiling some more marketing stuff that's really going to start sparking a lot of curiosity for people. And so what we're going to notice is we're going to see a lot of Google searches, a lot of people searching on the internet to find out a little bit more about Genesis. And so this is a perfect timing to get started with this, especially with you Dream Teamers. Just having a massive amount of people putting videos up there that are all pulling in tandem. Ultimately, what we will do is we will hashtag all of our videos, Dream Team Domination, and then also hashtag Project 12. And when people do Google searches on Genesis, I mean, they're going to see everybody's video coming up. It's going to be really cool. And so we also have, we also will help with that as far as the ranking goes. Trent is just a master of ranking YouTube videos, and so he's going to unveil some stuff later on that will help us out with that as well. Along with my wife, she is a master of doing keywords in the tags and stuff, and so she has no problem ranking videos as well. So we talked about next 6 months. We talked about there's going to be kind of a curiosity sparked. There's going to be some marketing coming out that's really going to start prompting and promoting Genesis. And so with all that being said, making the Project 12 video, okay? What this basically is going to do is we are going to make YouTube videos, okay? The YouTube videos could be done on your computer, they could be done on your phone, but ultimately what you want to do is you want to document your next 12 months, your goal, basically. So with my goal of doing $80,000 in the next 12 months, I'm going to document that, probably, if not weekly, every 2 weeks at least. So twice a month, I'm going to make a little 2-3 minute update video. My first video is going to be about 3 minutes long, and I already did it. And what I'll do is I will share that with you guys on the Facebook group, and I'll also let you guys go to my YouTube channel and you can look at it. But ultimately, what you're going to do is you're going to create 2 to 3 minute video updates throughout your Project 12 video. And what this does is you're almost creating a story for people to watch. And what I found out early on is I know that reality TV has always been a hit, but what is it about reality? What is it about reality TV that makes it so popular, so important? It's not the fact that you got 12 people stranded on an island. What it is, it's the story that's created while these 12 people are stranded on an island. Same thing with if you look at other types of reality TV shows where people are just consumed with making sure they watch or record these things, it's the storyline that's involved with these people. It's not necessarily the place that they're at. One time, I think it was about a year and a half ago, there was a guy that was going to move from the from the West Coast to the East Coast, and he just documented his trip. He showed people, went to go get the U-Haul and was packing stuff up, and then, I think it took him like a week, and he documented this entire trip. And would you believe he put it all on YouTube, and by the time he got to the East Coast, he had over 60,000 people watching him on YouTube. And he would literally just document what he was doing, step by step, and maybe he'd be talking to himself in the truck as he was driving, or maybe he ran into a problem or ran out of gas. Whatever the case is, people are so curious. They're so wanting to be entertained or to to be motivated, or they just want to see emotion. They want to be able to feel emotion. And so what your purpose of this Project 12 video is you're going to make these huge, audacious, big goals, and these goals are going to motivate people. These goals are going to spark the best out of people to want to do better for themselves. And people are going to watch you, and other dream teamers are going to comment and encourage you, and there's just going to be this viral effect that's going to take place on YouTube. And when people start Googling DS Domination and Dream Team and Domination and Project 12, I mean, they're going to see all of these stories, these real-life stories of people walking through their challenge, walking through their goals, stepping out of their comfort zone. I mean, that's the biggest reason that most people stay complacent, is because they're afraid to step out of their comfort zone. And so this video is going to do that. And you don't have to be an expert at editing or marketing or anything to do this. I mean, iPhones now, Androids, all the phones, the Samsungs, they're all equipped now to be able to take video. You don't have to be a professional. In fact, I would recommend the less professional they are, the more activity you're probably going to get on your YouTube channel. And so what we're going to do is we want to create a 12-month goal, bigger than you've ever dreamed of doing or accomplishing in your entire life. And we want to document that every 2 weeks with 2 to 3 minute videos. All right? And as we do that, those videos will rank on your YouTube, and you will start getting more and more people curious about what's going on. And because your videos are going to be mentioning products like Genesis and eBay and DS Domination, you also are going to pick up people that are curious that would also want to join your team. Okay? So tracking Project 12. Like I mentioned, we want to do a series of videos. One thing, let me back up real quick here. Partially the reason why we want to do this on YouTube and we want to display it for public to see is that also it's going to hold you accountable, because now you're putting your mouth where your money is, and you're telling people that you're going to make a difference. And when you accomplish this goal, you're going to see people come out of the woodworks, because your videos are going to be posted on YouTube, they're going to be posted on Facebook, or whatever social media sites you want to post them on. But you're going to create a following. You're going to create people that are going to challenge you. And when you come out of this goal in 12 months, and when I come out of this goal in 12 months and I show people the checking account that I set up that has 80 grand in it, I can guarantee you any naysayers or doubters out there are going to completely be wiped away, because they're going to see that this actually happened. And your business is going to explode as well. So not only for the affiliate side, but also customers. Even if you get people that are just curious thinking, hey, I want to change my life like you changed your life, you're going to see that. You're definitely going to see that. So tracking is definitely important with the YouTube. And as far as setting up the YouTube and all that stuff, most of you already should. If you don't, get together, get in the Dream Team website. There's plenty of videos there. Get with your upline, and they can get you the information on that. Okay, so we're going to talk about real stories. We're going to talk about ranking to the top. We've already talked a little bit about that. Real stories, real people taking massive action. Okay, that's going to be our theme: action, taking action, living our life to the best and the fullest that we can live it. And so, obviously, using DSD to accomplish these goals is just going to promote yourself. It's just going to make what you're doing a lot stronger. So, all right, here we are moving right along. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and get in here, and I'm going to show you an example of what the template looks like. And so, let's see here real quick. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys real quick, and you'll be able to see this. I got a quick little two picture PowerPoint, and desktop, start screen share. Okay, here we go. Okay, can you guys see my screen? If you guys can just type in the chat, yes, no, maybe so. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do here. Oops. Okay, so here we are, Project 12, Project DT12. DT stands for Dream Team. Basically, what we're going to do here is this is kind of the outline that you're going to use when you're building your when you're going to be building your outline. Ultimately, we want to be really prepared when we do this. I don't want anybody just to wing it. I really want you to give it some serious thought and action. And in order to make goals, I mean, there has to be some thought put into it. So you may want to sit down and do this. I don't want you to do this in the as you're taking the kids to school or whatever. Take a good hour and really just try to meditate on this and see what really is going to make a difference. I want you to talk about your why. What is your why? And so here are 2 questions that you really just need to ask yourself when you're starting out. What is your what? What is it you want to do? Be very plain Jane about this. I want to earn $80,000 in the next 12 months. Okay, you're not getting into specifics. You're not getting real crazy on this. You're just basically stating what you're trying to do. Okay, you want to make $80,000 in the next 12 months. The next question is probably the most important question. Okay, and this one is your why. Okay, this is what they say. Your why is supposed to make you cry. Whatever it may be, that's going to move you to action. Okay, if it's for a family member, if it's for your children, it's for your husband, your wife. Is it for that missionary that you're supporting overseas, or if it's for what is it? Is it for an orphanage or whatever it may be? That's going to be your why. Your why is the thing that when you look at it every day in the mirror, whether it be a picture or whatever it is, it's going to remind you right then and there, this is why I'm doing it. It's going to bring you back into reality, and it's going to focus you back into what you need to do. And so that's what you need your why to be. Your why needs to be strong, and that's why take your time when doing this. Make sure that you are giving this your all when you do this, because if your why is weak, if you're doing it because maybe you're just tired of whatever the case may be, your job, or you just don't like the people you work with, whatever, it has to be that you're just so sick and tired of doing something that you'll do anything to change. And that's a reality. That right there is that most people will not change until it really gets them to the point that they just can't stand it anymore. And most people fall complacent, and they just accept life, and they accept the circumstances that life dictates to them. And what I want to tell you right now is throw that thinking out. You do not need to think that way anymore. You need to look at yourself as a millionaire, if that's what you want to be. You need to look at yourself as being a successful entrepreneur. This isn't a hobby. We're not sitting here doing a hobby hoping that everything goes right, clenching our fist thinking, oh, maybe if things just work out right, we're going to do this. We're talking about this is work. This is a career. This is a mindset. And so that's where your why needs to come from. Your why needs to be a passion that you've always wanted to do or accomplish in your life. All right. I think I beat that thing up pretty good. All right. So massive project 12. Okay. So when you're doing your project 12, you want to answer 5 questions, 5 things. You want to answer, is it specific, is it measurable, is it achievable, is it relevant, is it time bound? Okay. We answer all these questions, and this is the sample that I'm using here with what I'm going to do with my daughter's college education, and I'll go into it a little bit more. Okay. So specific. Okay, so in your what, you basically just told people what you wanted to do. Now you're going to get really specific. Okay, you're going to state what you're going to do and why you're going to do it. So your what and your why should be in your specific statement. So I want to make $80,000 in the next 12 months to pay off all 4 years of my daughter Haley's college education solely using Genesis and eBay. Okay, so what I'm trying to portray here is I'm trying to let people know, what am I doing? I want to make $80,000. Why do I want to do it? Because I want my daughter Haley to, well, both myself and my daughter, to not have any debt when she graduates. Okay, and typically graduating from college these years is pretty expensive. Now she goes to Texas A&M. It doesn't cost $20,000 for just the tuition. I think that's with room and board and everything, because she lives away from home. But you know, I don't want that burden of her to have all this debt hanging over her when she gets out of school. I don't want that stress for her. Not that that's a big stressful thing, but it could be. But not only that, I don't want to have to pay the debt when she gets out of school either. So I want to nip this thing in the bud and see what we can do to get this thing going. So I'm very specific about what I said, solely using Genesis and eBay. Okay, so all throughout my video, I'm going to give mention and notice to Genesis and eBay and DS domination all throughout all my videos that I do, because I want people to see these. Because somebody may watch this video in the middle of 3 months into it, and they may not know what I'm doing. But as long as I mention what I'm using, what avenue I'm using to make that money, it'll all make sense. Okay, so is it measurable? Okay, well, basically what I had to do is I had to take $80,000 divided by 12 months. Okay, so that comes out to be like 6,600 and something. So I just rounded up. Okay, so I figure 7,000 just to be simple. Okay, is it achievable? Yes, it is achievable. Why? Because the guys, the owners of DS Domination already tested Genesis. It's a foolproof thing. As long as you do your homework and your research, you can make significant amount of money. In fact, this right here is probably a small goal compared to what potential Genesis can do for an individual. Okay, is it relevant? It's very relevant. It's relevant because my daughter is in college, and we have to take out loans. We have her first 2 years. We have student loans taken out to pay for her education. So that is relevant. And also, is it time bound? Yes, basically we need to put a start date and an end date to all your goals. Everything has to have a start date and end date. If it doesn't have a start date or end date, it's just a dream. It's just a wish. And that's not what we want. We want start and end date. So basically what I did is I gave myself the rest of this month to finish the videos and find some product, order it up, and then obviously we're going to ship it over to Amazon to do that. So I said, okay, what if I start selling July 1st? What if I open up business on July 1st and I start selling stuff, okay? So what I'm going to do basically at this point is, from that point on, I'm going to be tracking what I'm doing. So in 2 weeks, I may do a little video on my phone, and I may say, oh, here I am, I just purchased, I found this item here, I purchased it, it's on its way from China to my place, and I'm going to ship it over to Amazon from there. And so that's going to be like the first video, and then I may show a screenshot of my checking account that has no money in it, because I'm opening up a separate checking account just for this, so we can track the money in here. It'd be very easy to track. So with that, and then then there may be a video of, hey, look, my order just came in. Oh, look, I just made my first sale. And this is every 2 weeks, and you're basically gonna scatter these videos out, and obviously with the training that you're going to learn on ranking and whatnot, and your YouTube channel is just going to start having all these videos now. So you're going to have Project 12, Episode 1, Episode 2. So by the time you're done with your videos, by the time you're done with Project 12, you should have probably at least 24 videos up on your YouTube. And I could just speak from experience on that. Kenya and I have made a lot of videos, and they're all posted on our YouTube. And when we post them on our YouTube, we have so many people watching those videos. It's pretty incredible. So let's see if I can find my thing here. Get you back into where I'm at. Google Hangout. Okay, so I should be back. You should be seeing me live. Okay. So what I want to do now, we are at the top of the hour, so we were going about 30 minutes. I didn't want to take up too much time. I want to leave it to about 30 to 45 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up to questions and see if we can answer some questions for anybody. and then we will go from there. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, so the goals are big, but are they attainable with Genesis with consistency? Absolutely, yes. You definitely are going to have to be consistent with this. Now, if you start Genesis and then you stop Genesis, obviously, yeah, if you don't sell anything, you're not going to attain your goal. And this takes us back to your why, that your why needs to be strong enough that you really need to stay on top of this. This is a job. This is what you do. Like I mentioned earlier, it's not a hobby, and so we don't want to treat it like a hobby. Like, okay, I'm going to buy 100 units of whatever, and then I'm going to send them. And once they're sold out, you kind of like get busy with something else and forget about it. So you absolutely, it definitely is attainable as long as you're being consistent with Genesis, for sure. And so hopefully that answered your question there. Okay, let's see. Okay, so the next question was, I'm not able to utilize Genesis. Can we make these goals to fit our reality for now, like pro elite training? Absolutely, absolutely can. There has been testimonies of people that have used pro and elite and unleashed and stuff like that, and are making a very incredible amount of money. And so I think it is definitely possible. I think with the goals that you're setting, I think personally I could probably do it with pro and elite and probably unleashed. And so I think it would probably be a realistic goal and attainable. It would make things a lot easier if you did have Genesis, but like I said, you will have to adjust your goal based on what you have. So that's something you need to think about as well with that. Okay, let's see here. So the question that came up here, Alessandro, can we also be in Pro and Elite as well, or is this all about Genesis? No, my goal involves Pro and Elite as well. What I did is, my daughter is also going to be attributing to this as well. This isn't just me. I'm going to be working Genesis, and then she has her own account where she's going to be working on Pro and Elite. I'll be helping her out with that and stuff like that. So we are tag teaming this goal. Okay, so but yeah, you can definitely use Pro and Elite as well. I don't plan to stop selling on eBay and using Pro and Elite for this. I will continue to use that as well. Okay, let's see here. Some questions. Okay, so here's a question. People are making 5 to 6K a month just on eBay, so eBay can give big results too. That's absolutely true. They definitely can give you. You can definitely make. I mean, there's at the Las Vegas event, there was a gentleman I met. Actually, several gentlemen I met. One individually was doing 15,000 a month. He was using eBay. He was using eBay. A little bit of Amazon as well. But he was making 15,000 Pro and Elite Unleashed. So absolutely, that's definitely realistic for using that. Okay, let's see here. If you have questions, type them in the question box here, and I'll just knock them all out for you guys. Okay. Let's see. here. See what chat notes. Okay, let's see here. Get into the chat. Perfect. Q&A. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay. See where we're at here. Just 1 second here. I'm going to pull this up. Okay. All right. And yes. Okay, I'm trying to find those. I haven't seen. Oh, there they are. Okay, perfect. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, let's see. Here's a question. In order to obtain big goals, we're going to have to make little goals as well, mini versions. What do you think about that? Great question. I absolutely do agree that you will have to make the small goals as well, and that's what I kind of did here. Let me pull this back up again real quick. And what I did was I broke this goal down. I'm just going to show you. I broke the goal down. Basically, when I said that I needed to make 7,000 a month, that was my monthly goal. Okay, so that's a monthly goal of 7,000. I just didn't highlight that on here. But yes, you definitely want to break your goals down. And so that's why I broke it down into 1 month goals. And so I need to make 7,000 per month. And so I didn't put any numbers in there for that purpose just because I don't know what I'm actually going to be selling on Amazon yet. And so once I find out my profit margin and all my expenses and costs, then I'll be able to calculate exactly how I'm going to get to 7,000, which may actually be that, if I know I have to make 7,000 every month, then I can back out from there and I can definitely know what I need to make per transaction, and so that's also going to let me know that I need to sell 100 items or I need to sell 200 items on that. And also, if you wanted to get into a little bit more detail about setting small, short-term goals, I have that training that's in the back office for DreamTeam. That's more detailed towards setting small, short-term goals and long-term goals. What we're doing here with Project 12 is really just considered a long-term goal because it's 12 months. But with that, you definitely are going to have to work your short-term goals in there as well. And so just so you know that. So that's a great question, Carla. Okay, and we have another question here. Let's see. Um, with the Genesis, okay, so even though we have Genesis course and Roger, will there be any further Dream Team training? Not specifically on Genesis itself. We definitely want to leave that training up to Roger and the webinars. I'm sure, and I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm sure there probably will be some webinars that will be specific to Genesis, like what Roger did this last Saturday. But I won't personally be doing any, or anybody on our team, I don't think will be doing any training added on to what Roger's already doing, because Genesis is it can be a delicate subject, and definitely it takes the experience of somebody that's been doing it. You know, Roger and Dion are probably the two that would probably be the two that would be the most that would be doing any kind of training on Genesis like that. And so if there is that type of training, you'll definitely know about it. We'll make you guys aware of it. But no, I won't be doing any extra training on Genesis. What we'll be doing in the Dream Team will help you market your site and help you go in on your Project 12 and stuff like that. But that's what the webinars that Roger does on a weekly basis will be for. So you definitely, if you guys aren't tuning into those, you definitely want to tune into those, because there's new information being taught every week. And so highly recommend that you guys tune into that as well. All right, let's see here. Thank you. Awesome. Awesome. So we're coming up at about 45 minutes now. Like I said, I want to keep everybody. I know we're almost coming up on a little bit past 10 o'clock on the East Coast time, so I'm going to keep it there. So if you have any more questions, feel free to let me know or ask them away. And if we don't get your question answered, you're more than welcome to send me a message on Facebook or on chat or whatever, and I can answer your questions with that as well. I am going to be posting my Project 12 video right after this in Facebook, in the Facebook group, so you guys can kind of see what I did. It's nothing extravagant. You definitely want to make sure that you're using the custom thumbnail, the Dream Team thumbnail, with all your videos. You want to put in the hashtags Dream Team Domination and the hashtag Project 12 on all of your videos, somewhere in your description or wherever you can put it in there. And that definitely will help you guys with ranking as well. So let's see here. 1 second. Okay, so I'm just looking at the chats here. Okay, so the question was, along with capital, how much time we'll be investing per day or per week? I think that just all depends on what your goals are as far as Genesis. I really can't answer that question, because the product that you decide to purchase, depending on how many products you order and whether it sells out, you got to find more product or whatever. So that question, that can be anywhere between a couple hours a week, or it can be 10, 20 hours a week, so it just depends. Oh, I was talking about the custom thumbnails, that we have in the back office. So, and I did mute for a second there. People are asking. I had to mute it just for a second. For many, a short-term goal will be to afford Genesis. Absolutely, absolutely. That may be the case. So if that's a goal of yours, make it a short-term goal. Put more items up on eBay, sell some stuff around the house, do what you got to do to get it. I would definitely, if I didn't have it, I'd make that one of my goals. Awesome. Stretching. Yep. Yep. Texas barbecue. I'm a horrible barbecue guy, so I just go to Texas Roadhouse and buy my barbecue. Or Rudy's. I go to Rudy's. Rudy's is good. Um, um, Ian, good question. You're going to want to, he asked the question, what if you're in Canada or England to sell on Amazon CA? You'd have to ask the help desk or check out the training videos for that. I can't answer that question. If they don't go through it in the videos, then I would check with send in a ticket to the help desk to find out exactly how that works with Amazon over there. Let's see. I don't have any information on the scanning software. That's something that DS Domination is going to unveil, and so we'll just have to watch for that. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Asking about teaming up to get Amazon listings ranked. I think there's some stuff that DS Domination will help with on that, and I think we'll just have to tune in to Roger and see what they have in Tesh. Oh yeah, okay. Kenya said you just have to be very careful with that. So I'm sure there will be some stuff, but we'll have to take the lead from Roger, Hitesh, and Kevin on that to see how that actually gets played out. Let's see here. I've got other questions here. I kind of lost my place here on the. Let's see. Okay. What are some good short-term, long-term goals for Pro and Elite? Yeah, $2,000 is a good goal. Get to $2,000 per month profit would be a really good goal. So now, how would you break that down? How much do you need to make per day? And then, if you know how much you need to make per day, then you need to go back and figure out how many items you need to sell if you're going to make $5 profit margin or a $10 profit margin. And so from that point, you just kind of work it backwards, and you'll be able to figure out how many items you actually need to sell a day with your profit margin at $5, $10, $15, whatever that case may be. I'm not sure about Genesis Sales Spy. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know if there's anything associated with that. You'll have to do a help ticket on that. Scrolling down. Loving Project 12. Yes. Awesome. Let's see. Backwards. I got that one answered. What about Dion? Dion's awesome. Dion's the man. Dion could actually do trainings. Yeah, Dion's qualified. But Dion and Roger are the masterminds with online selling. I'm just doing this stuff. So, and maybe that might be something we do. I'll have to talk with him to see if maybe after everything gets going, see if he'll come and do a webinar for us, give us some pointers or something. Yes, if you're stretching yourself, you're going to grow. That's for sure. If you stretch a rubber band long enough, eventually it will break in a good way. That was a horrible analogy. Never mind. All right, let's see. Let me just go for the bottom here. Here we go. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, everyone can hear me really good. There we go. Okay, cool. So 2 daughters, let's see. Absolutely. If you got daughters and they're going to plan on getting married anytime soon, this would be a good Project 12 video to do. And I could just see it now, you know, starting out in the 12 months, you're actually taking footage of the wedding, completely paid for, and you take a picture of the bill, zero. That would be very cool. That's actually something I might have to think about. Although I don't want to think about my daughter getting married anytime soon. So, okay, let's see. Good question. So putting your goals out there in public, and what if you don't achieve them? Well, that's part of putting your goal out there so everyone could see it, because now there's a level of accountability. You know, I would normally tell somebody, you know, make sure you do something that you could achieve or it's attainable, and maybe that's what you need to do. If you guys go back to the goal setting training that I did, it takes you through the baby steps of how to do this, and maybe you might not start a Project 12 video next week, but maybe you'll start one in 2 or 3 months after you work yourself up to that, because obviously everyone likes to win. So if you go and make this huge goal of, you know, paying off $80,000 or whatever the case may be, and it's your very first goal that you've ever set, and if you don't have Genesis yet, or you haven't been consistently selling on eBay, I would say, yeah, okay, let's hold off. Let's not do anything crazy like that. Let's do some small goals. Let's build you up. Let's get you to a point where you're winning consistently on your goal setting, and from that point on, then you could look at doing a Project 12 goal. So definitely, yeah, I wouldn't recommend, you know, if you had never set a goal in your life, to jump into a Project 12 and decide you're going to pay off, you know $50,000 of debt, or, you know, buy a car or whatever. I would definitely wait for that. So, okay, great job. 250K in the next 12 months, 1 mil in the next 24 months. Hey, you know what? That's huge. That is a huge, huge goal, and I would say that is definitely attainable. If it's something that you want to achieve, you can do it. You know, you're going to do a lot of investing. You're going to have some massive amount of inventory, and you're going to be doing some work. So, will you do that working 10 hours a week? Probably not. Are you going to be working maybe 30, 40 hours a week, maybe even a little bit more? Yeah, I would say at first, you know, you're going to find some items, and once you build the capital, I mean, if you can take and find some units of product and be able to ship a bunch of stuff to Amazon and sell the life out of it, then absolutely, you know, 250,000 in 1 year, I definitely could see that as a possibility. So, how much capital are you putting up to start your goal? I probably, and I have to, you know, I've just been checking and looking at prices and stuff like that, but I am going to have to do a little bit more research. But I'm thinking it just depends what's for sale. I probably can go as high as $2,000, probably. Yeah, probably about $2,000. I was just looking at my business accountant over here. She's throwing up two. So anyways, so probably $2,000. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm not going to buy $2,000 of the same product, but I have to see what's available. If you notice, when you start looking around on Genesis, the units or the products that are available, if they're liquidated, you're not going to have, you know, a bunch of one unit. So you may buy sporadically several different products. So, but I would say I have about $2,000 that I would want to play with to invest, and then obviously I want to make sure I'm making money on that. So, doing that, if I put in $2,000, based on some of the numbers I've been seeing today, I've seen some stuff on Facebook. People buying items for $1.50 and they're selling on Amazon for like $44 and stuff like that. So, you know, take it into consideration, some shipping and stuff. Let's say you're paying $5 is your cost, and you're selling them for $35. You know, $30 profit. So, you know, you just break out a calculator and figure, you know, what you're going to need to make, and go from there. But I would say that would be a good one. $2,500 is realistic for Elite. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. I mean, we have people in Elite making, well, we have an individual on our team making $6,000 a month with Pro and Elite. So, absolutely. You know, key to a lot of that stuff, too, is your titling. You know, you don't necessarily have to have 10,000 items up. I met a guy at the Las Vegas event. He had 149 items up and was making $15,000 profit every month. and he was selling the heck out of the same items, but because of his rankings and because of Cassini and stuff like that, he was able to just sell his items left and right. So finding the right items is a big deal too, with Pro and Elite as well. Okay, let's see here. I think I answered all those questions there. That. Am I getting specific with your goals as to branded or liquidated items? Not necessarily. I'm not gonna put that in my goal. Like I'm gonna sell, you know, this many units of hair dryers or whatever. I mean, I'm not gonna do that because the inventory will be changing. I may, in this next 12 months, I may end up selling 30 different items that I found. So it's just hard to say. I don't have an idea of what I'm actually going to sell right now. So I'm not going to limit myself to. I just want to sell those little troll dolls, you know, and I just made that up. There's no rhyme or reason why I said that. So don't go looking up troll dolls and think that they're going to be hot sellers. So no, I don't have that information, and I don't think it's possible to even know until you actually do the research. Let's see, is there great information? Okay, let's see. Oh, is Dion doing Dream Team training? Oh, okay, that's what you meant. Yeah, he is going to be doing training. Yeah, he's going to be doing occasionally training in the Dream Team because he is our direct upline. So he will be helping out with that. In fact, he gave us some stuff to look at that's going to help us out when we get that stuff in the back office as well. So yes, he will be helping with that. Okay. Yes, I would say the greatest thing would be to retire you in 12 months. I think that is a huge and an awesome Project 12 goal, to retire you from your job, and I think that with Genesis you can definitely do that, and you could even make it a little nest egg for yourself, retirement with that as well, because once you retire yourself and you're not working your job anymore, you got more time to dedicate to doing DS domination full time, which will just make you more and more money. So I think absolutely that is an awesome 12-month Project 12 goal. I have to have somewhere around 40,000 by January 1 to fulfill a promise. Put a roof on a homeless man's head. Okay, that is awesome. Okay, so the question was, or the chat was, I have to be somewhere around 40,000 by January 1st to fulfill a promise to put a roof over a homeless man's head. That's awesome. That's a huge why. That is going to drive. That drives me to want to do a Project 12 video like that. I mean, that's awesome. That is great that you want to accomplish something like that. And how awesome would that be when you accomplish that? That is so cool. Let's see. When shooting your videos during the process, are you talking about branding items or liquidated items to keep it big? I may. Okay, I think maybe that's what was the question I misunderstood. I may actually, like when I actually have my products come in and stuff, I will talk about the product. I may talk about the product. Say, hey, I just bought, 10,000 units of this item. It cost me this amount with shipping and everything, and after my Amazon fees, I'm going to be at $5 a unit, and I'm selling this on Amazon for $25 or $35. So I definitely would use that testimony as well. I may, because I already own the product and it's already being shipped to Amazon, I may actually say, hey guys, if I'm a couple months into the Project 12, I may be like, hey, look at this product I found. I'm going to make $35 profit selling this thing on Amazon. Look, I've already sold 3 of them. So yeah, maybe I could do that, and you can do that, and it would actually help brand you, and maybe somebody might actually go there and purchase it. So you never know. I absolutely think it would. All right, all right. Yes. Tell me about ranking. Okay, so ranking is basically what that is when you go to Google and you type in DS domination information or DS domination review or I think DS domination info. Yeah, it's basically the YouTube training. So if you go in there, you'll see the videos. Basically, Google will rank the videos based on the content that's in the description and stuff like that. So what you want to do is you want to rank your video and try to get it on the first page of any Google search based on your keywords. So that's what ranking is, basically. And if you go to the YouTube training in the back office, it'll clarify it a lot more. And like I said, all that training is free, so it doesn't cost you guys anything. Okay. I'm going to go to Q&A here real quick, make sure I'm not missing any questions. Okay, let's see here real quick. When watching the videos in the back office, do you recommend starting with the earlier videos first and more recent ones and work backwards? Go in order, whatever order they are in your back office. So page 1 and start at the top and go down. I think they're numbered, so they should be numbered in the back office. If you're referring to the videos for training, or you might even be referring to the videos in the DreamTeam website, if it's the DreamTeam, then those you can pick a subject, and the videos should go in order from top is the most recent to all the way down. So yeah, if it's webinars, then the most recent one will be fine. Yes, you definitely, in the videos, do we put our link to join? Absolutely, absolutely, because we forget that everyone's going to be watching this stuff, and especially people that are interested in the business, they're gonna look around, and they may pick the person to join based on personality, and so that's why we do videos, because how you are on video and how you act is a good indication of how you are in real life, obviously. And so you're going to find people that, may look at your video and be like, you know what, I really like the personality. I just feel that this person would be very easy to get along with and will be able to teach me and stuff like that. And so they're going to join with you. Where they can be looking at someone else's video, this guy could be the top producer of XYZ company, and they'll be like, this guy sounds kind of arrogant. I don't want to be part of his company, of his group. So yeah, absolutely. You definitely want to put your link in there. And you obviously will have a YouTube channel, so people will see all your other videos as well. Let's see. For the Project 12 videos, should we put our sign-up link in the description too? Yeah, let's refer to the training. I think that should be okay to do that. Let's verify. Like I said, Trent and Kenya are really good at doing that stuff, along with some other people on the team. And so what we'll do is we'll get with Trent and see what they all recommend, and then maybe they'll shoot a training on it, the updated one or whatever. I don't know, but for right now we'll check with them. Okay, let's go back to webinar Dream Team Rocks. Yes, awesome, cool. All right, now we're about an hour, so I feel like we are going way above and beyond our time here. So I'm going to go ahead and, unless there's any other questions, real quick, ask away. Otherwise, let's get started on this. I'm going to post my Project 12 video so you guys can see what I did in the... Oh, one thing I forgot to mention that I want to highlight again. When we do these videos, as the Dream Team does these videos, it's very, very important that we are all commenting and we're all encouraging people on these videos, because that's going to help with ranking, okay? So if we have 20, 30 comments on a video, it's going to help out tremendously. And what really helps out a lot is not just putting good video or great video or awesome content, but put in there a little short, little testimony, a little like, hey, I made X amount of dollars using this system, or Genesis has made me a couple $2,000, or I just started my Project 12 video, and my goal is to pay off, this debt. So be creative in your comment. Don't leave a huge long story, but don't just say, hey, great video, or put a smiley face. But really take a little bit of time and do like just a couple words or a sentence or two about what it's doing for you. And what's going to happen is they watch the video, and then people see the comments, and they know that it's real. It's not just somebody trying to sell them something on a video. So very, very important when all these videos start coming out. Go above and beyond and leave your comment on their video, because it's going to be huge, not only for ranking, but they're also going to do it for you. And it's going to look really cool when you got a video with 20, 30 comments. We did a post on Facebook the other night, and I got everybody, I think I got like 25 or 30 comments of people saying that they made money using DS Domination, and we got like 4 signups from it. 4 people, actually I got 2 other people interested. So definitely this is very important. We want to make sure that you guys are leaving comments on each other's Project 12 videos, and make sure that they're content filled, like, hey, I made X amount of dollars, or DS Domination is awesome, this has been a life changer for me, because people are going to read those testimonies, and that's going to be the deciding factor for a lot of people whether they join or not. So I wanted to make sure we said that. All right, so that is it. That is all I got, and I am tired, and I am, all right, awesome. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yes, I'm going to go to bed too. Well, I'm not going to go to bed, but I am going to get off now. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. We appreciate you, Dream Team. You guys are totally, totally, totally awesome. For those of you that were invited on this and you're not a part of DS Domination, get back with the people that invited you to this webinar and start asking away some questions and go from there. And for the rest of you guys on Dream Team, we will see you at the top. Take care.